Communicate magazine is here in Cannes for the second day of the Cannes Lions Festival, and I'm joined by Leslie Cafferty, who's Chief Communications Officer at Booking Holdings. Welcome to Cannes. I know you've just arrived. How are you feeling about the festival?
Very excited. This is a great start. Weather is nice. I see a lot of people here already. I've been, since my first day, reading up on all of the newsletter updates coming in every day about all the exciting things happening. So very happy to jump in.
And obviously the festival does feel more brand focused, more advertising focused. What value does it bring to communications professionals, and what are you hoping to learn from this week?
I think more and more there is a lot of overlap between brand and communications. Brand and advertising used to very much be a one-way dialogue, right? You create your message and you give it to your consumers. But as marketers have to expand into the likes of social media, that's expected to be a two-way conversation. As a communications professional, that's really our job. We have to help the company and our leaders be the face of the brand, but be prepared for two-way dialogue, right? So be prepared to deliver our messages, but also understand when we get questions back. So I think the worlds are very, very intertwined. And I think everybody comes to, understand what's going on in the space. I always find it it's sort of a creativity injection. You hear so much going on, and so it sparks ideation and thinking. But I get a lot out of it every year. Also there are lots of journalists here. There are lots of partners that we work with. So it's a good place to come and sort of get a lot done in one go.
Something I'm interested in is the sort of change in climate at the moment, and the concern that people have, the more sensitivity they have for environment and sort of travel, and more consciousness around how we travel. How have you found Booking Holdings has been navigating this sort of change in tone and willingness to travel?
It's something we think about and talk about all the time. I think we're focused on two fronts, our efforts. One is on educating consumers. Consumers want to travel, people love to travel, but people struggle with the impact it does have on the environment. So what we're trying to do is help make sure information is available to consumers. So if hotels are taking practices in sustainability, they may not be fully certified yet, but they may be taking steps. We want to help make sure that that's available to customers, so customers can make informed decisions, can make better decisions. And then on the other hand, we as a company have a rigorous plan on our own to make sure we're reducing emissions. We have targets in place. We just hired a new chief sustainability officer this year. So very, very focused. Think the dialogue is really important. And being in the industry, we don't want to shy away from dialogue. We want to make sure we're playing an active role. So those are really the two main areas where we're focused now.
Okay, amazing. And something I know that you've spoken about and written about is handling sort of moments of public backlash or controversy. Do you feel like communications professionals are coming more to the fore in that sense? And how do you what tips do you have for handling maybe misunderstandings of messaging or public backlash?
It's always a challenge. I find it's one of the reasons why I love this job. There's always a new challenge or new crisis but I think there are a few principles that companies should stick to. One, authenticity. What is right for one company is not right for another company. Companies should have values. We have a core set of values that we operate on, and we always stick to our values. We are authentic to who we are and transparent, and that means sometimes you have to stand up and say we made a mistake or we would have made a decision otherwise. But it's really important to do that. The only way you can gain trust back from your consumers. It's not always the easiest conversation to have with your leaders when you're in moments of being criticized for something, especially when the company was well intended but took a misstep. It's quite challenging, but authenticity, stick to your values, and be as transparent as you can, I think, are as much of a winning formula as you can put in place in those moments of time.
Okay, some good advice there. And finally, I know you've just landed this morning in the festival. What are you most looking forward to and excited for this week?
I'm most looking forward to, I think, the creativity injection that I talked about. I know, technology, and I'm not even going to say the buzzword, is at the forefront, and I am really interested. We're looking at how technology is impacting the industry, so I think that is definitely one element, learning and hearing from others, but just the creative, and it's not just from the campaigns that we're here to talk about and honor, but just in the conversations with the people that you meet. You meet so many people, you have so many conversations, and whether that's creative thinking on a campaign or just creative thinking about how you structure a team or how you're using technology, I always walk away with notes and, always sit down with my team and debrief on all the things, and that makes us excited. So that's what I'm most looking forward to, is a boost of energy for this of the year.
Okay, great. Well, that does sound exciting. Thank you so much for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thanks for having me, and you as well.